There we go. But it seems like he is going to go down onto the drainage line. No. Just looking at the vehicle coming down the drainage line. Well done. So it's been quite an interesting afternoon because again we've had lots of lion tracks. Clearly they were moving throughout the day. Let me just see if maybe I can go slightly back so we can have a look at its face. And not far from here there's a tree where a bunch of vultures are perched down or have decided to land. So I wonder if maybe there's something there that he knows of that we can't really see for now. See, I think maybe Rex has gone to go check up on where the vultures are. I'm sure that if he finds anything around there, he'll let us know. I think, you see, this is the typical Lion King surveying his kingdom and everything underneath. See, he's in very, very good condition. I wonder what you're looking at. Hey, boy. He's definitely looking at something, maybe at the vehicle around. So it's quite interesting how they get very alert because, like we said, he was very, very deeply asleep and all of a sudden his head was up and there was something making a noise around here that he decided was worth investigating. The Nkuhumas weren't seen this morning, so I'm sure maybe they're somewhere around. Maybe they made a call while we were all driving and we just didn't hear them, and he did, and he picked it up. Maybe there's another one of the males is around here. Wouldn't be too surprised. Suzanne, we're also wondering which one of the boys it is. We're not too close. We've decided it's not Nena, not Mfumo, not Intinio. So I'm not too sure. Like I said, I'm still trying to get all of the Birmingham boys by name. So if you guys do manage to identify him and there's anything in particular that you think that is good once we manage to have a look at his face, please do let me know. There aren't any big visible scars, just lots of tiny little scars on the nose. And again, if you guys do manage to see anything, then it's a good idea to use the hashtag Safari Live and just let us know. I wonder, I don't think the view from the bottom is going to be a lot better. I think it's actually going to be roughly the same because he's just sitting in a very tricky spot. He's choosing an area where he can see down below. He can see what's happening on the other side of the drainage line, and if you were to turn around, he can see what's happening around here. But if anyone were to see in this direction, just because of the way he's lying down and all the trees around them, it wouldn't be too easy to spot him. Phil, I completely agree with you. He is a very stunning male lion, isn't he? Beautiful mane. He seems to be very healthy. And, you know, just very strong. And you get that feeling of that you're in the presence almost of royalty or a very, very fierce warrior. Definitely one of the most stunning lions that I've seen around this area. I wonder if he'll decide to turn around and look at us. We still don't know what it was that got him looking in this direction. There were some impala alarm calling not too far from where he was. So I wonder if the impala didn't perhaps spot a leopard, because this is not too far from the area where there were some leopard tracks in the morning. Maybe the impala just saw something and then the lion just decided to get up and investigate and see what else was going around. I mean, it's one of the multiple scenarios and one of the possibilities of what could have happened around here. Like I said, one of the fun things about the bush is that you always try to piece the puzzle together, you know, grab the bits of information and try to put them together in a way that they fit to try and explain what it is that you are seeing or why a particular animal is acting in a particular way. You can see all the battle scars on his back, but all of them perfectly healed. None of them particularly new. I wonder, are you sleepy now? Seems like whatever it was didn't really take up much of his interest. I think everything is settled now. Christy, you're wondering if male lions cross pride and can mate with more than one pride. The answer is yes. Yes, they do. So a lot of the times coalitions or group of males, normally if it's more than one male, then it's easier for them to take over more prides, but they can sire different cubs for different prides. In this particular area, the Birmingham Boys, we believe that they are the fathers of the cubs of the Enkuhumas and then the Styx cubs, the ones that we were looking at with Taylor a bit earlier today. So, like I said, two completely different pride of lions. Pride of lions, the females would not tolerate each other. Oh, hello, you're giving us a bit of a nose. And the boys just divide their time in between patrolling the territory and spending some time with the different prides and then going up and down. So it is quite common practice for lions. It's not something that they do rarely. And I think, the whole point of having a big territory and having a coalition and moving around is just being able to mate with as many females as possible and try to pass down their own genes. So having more than one pride that they are the dominant ones for, then it's a good way of achieving this goal. He's very curious, isn't he? Tina, male lions can normally live between maybe 10 to 12 years old. It depends on different areas and the conditions. Some of them have been recorded to live slightly longer until maybe they're about 15. But I would say maybe 12 is a good average. They tend to live slightly less than the females. And part of the reason is because the females live in prides and it's easier when there's more than one lion hunting, it's easier for them to get food and they have others to watch their backs. Whereas for the males, we're done for the day. Whereas for others for males is a bit harder because they have to constantly patrol and make sure there aren't any other males coming into their area and they have to keep all the intruders out. So it's quite a tough life, that the one of a male lion, even if it doesn't really look like it right now. It just came up and investigated, everything's fine, not too interested, and good night everyone. But I'm sure they're going to be quite naughty and cheeky and then they're going to start roaring just as soon as we all go to bed tonight, and then tomorrow we'll start the game again. I wonder, I have a feeling maybe this was the male we didn't manage to see this morning because he was busy. There was one male that was reported to be at Little Gowrie, which is pretty much on the other side of the dam where he was initially found. So I wonder if maybe he's not the one that actually came from there and then moved across the boundary and came all the way around here. So very good chance that that is the one. Again, I'm not too sure which is the one that got seen this morning, but very good chance that it's him. We're going to stick around with him for a while longer, maybe go and investigate if the vultures are really showing us to where there's a potential kill. But in the meantime, why don't we go to Taylor and the kill that's already been made. We were with the boy, but now we're going back again because we went to investigate that area where all the vultures were. However, we couldn't find anything, no signs of a kill or anything around, and they seemed to just have moved up somewhere else. So I think maybe what did happen was that there was a leopard somewhere around this area, one that we clearly haven't been able to see, and that's what the impala were alarm calling, because the impala were alarming away from the lion, so they weren't really looking, they hadn't noticed the lion there. So when he got up and started looking around, then, he had a typical look in his eyes that he wasn't too sure what was happening. But clearly not too bothered. He's still sleeping the same way we left him a few minutes ago. So I think we've come full circle. We've been able to see, the Styx and their precious cubs in the kill, and then this is what a very tired male lion has to do during the day to recover from all the night patrolling that they've probably been doing. Are you gonna You gonna carry on sleeping there, boy? I think maybe we should just try to go around and we'll try our luck from the riverbed. See if perhaps we can get a view of its face and finally, once and for all, figure out which boy this is. So bear with me, we're just gonna go around. There's a way for us to go down the riverbed and all the way down here, and I'm hoping that seeing he's got his face there that we'll be able to have a bit of a better look at who he is. So here we go, off on an adventure while the sleepy lion sleeps. Hopefully we'll be able to sort out this mystery. Take Terry, you'd like to know if this guy would hunt on its own, and the answer is yes, definitely he can. So there are a lot of myths that male lions cannot hunt and the females do all the hunting. It's not technically true. When they leave their... Hang on, oh, this thing is not working with me. When the boys leave the... Seems like I can't drive and talk at the same time. Okay, there we go. Alright, sorry about that. Yes, the boys can definitely hunt on their own. I wouldn't be surprised if he comes across an impala, maybe a porcupine, or just pretty much anything during the night. If he's got a good opportunity, then he'll definitely go for it and, you know, just make sure he's got a meal. I mean, the good thing about being on his own in this type of scenario would be that he can pretty much have the kill to himself. He doesn't have to share it with the rest of the family. Which, you know, it's good because then it's more meat for him. Depends on what he hunts though, or what he manages to bring down. But yes, they can hunt in prides, and you'll see the females always hunt together, and then the males sometimes they're just very agile on their own. But normally with the cats, the lions and the leopards, if they're hunting by themselves, they rely on getting very, very close to whatever it is that they're stalking, and this is why they, you know, they go very, very still and they go very slowly and they take it quite easy. I mean, sometimes the stalking part of the hunt can take 40 minutes, 20 minutes, just to make sure that they are able to get as close as possible to the animal to then be able to pounce on them. Because yes, they can be very, very quick and few seconds, but they can only sustain the speed for a few minutes. Alrighty, we've managed to stay with this fantastic lion, who we're still not too sure who he is. So if you guys have any idea, please do use the hashtag #SafariLive and let us know. We had a bit of a tense moment. There was an elephant just feeding on the other side of the drainage line, so just pretty much in front of the lion, but then the elephant gracefully carried on moving away. Didn't even know the lion was here. The lion didn't really know that the elephant was there, and he just carried on sleeping in a very, very sweet manner, hugging some buffalo dung. Isn't that cute? There we go. I think he's too... These guys walked a lot last night. I'm sure they've been walking during the day. He's quite tired. For quite a while it seemed like he wanted to get up, and we are confident in the fact that likely as the sun starts going down, then he could potentially roar and then, you know, just say to everyone that he's here. But so far he seems to be quite sleepy and enjoying maybe get a bit of an area where we've got a bit more signal, and in the main to someone that's got a bit